Hey everyone, and welcome. In this explainer, we're going to unlock one of the most powerful strategies for absolutely crushing the math section of the GED. So if fractions have ever made you even a little bit nervous, trust me, you are in exactly the right place.
You know that feeling? When a question pops up, and it's just this jumble of fractions, decimals, and percents, and your palms start to sweat a little? Yeah, you are not alone. It's one of the biggest hurdles for so many people, but today we're going to flip that script and turn it into one of your biggest strengths. So who are we? Well, we're the Cool Cats team. And our whole job, our mission, is to find the absolute best, most effective strategies to help you pass the GED. We do all the digging and research so you can just focus on what really matters, mastering these skills.
And here it is. This is the secret sauce, the core philosophy of what we call the fraction power move. I know it sounds simple, but this one little sentence is your secret weapon. It's all about making the problem work for you, not the other way around. Okay, so let's start building this weapon. The foundation, the bedrock of this whole strategy, is being able to quickly and confidently switch between these three forms: fractions, decimals, and percents. Get this down, and you're golden. Let's break this down. It looks like a bunch of rules, but it's really, really simple. To get a decimal from a fraction, you just divide the top number by the bottom. That's it. And going between decimals and percents, it's just about sliding that decimal point 2 spots. You slide it to the right to get a percent, and slide it back to the left for a decimal. Mastering these 3 quick moves is the key to everything. And here's the concept in a nutshell. Look at this: 7/8, 0.875, and 87.5%. They look totally different, right? But they are the exact same value. Think of them as the same number, just wearing different outfits. The GED loves to mix and match these to try and confuse you, but once you realize they're all identical, you've already beaten their trap. Now, before we start switching between forms like a pro, we need to be rock solid on the basic rules for actually working with fractions themselves. Knowing how to convert is step 1, but let's do a quick refresher on fraction operations. That's step 2. We got to make sure our foundation is strong. So, for adding or subtracting, you absolutely positively need a common denominator. That's a non-negotiable rule. For multiplying, that's the easy one. You just multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. And for division, you use that classic move. You multiply by the reciprocal, and we're going to get to exactly what that means in just a second. All right, theory is great and all, but let's see how this actually works. Let's get our hands dirty. We're going to solve 2 pretty typical problems you could easily find on the GED, putting all these rules into action. Okay, first up, a classic addition problem: 3/4 plus 5/6. Right away, your brain should notice one thing: the denominators, the bottom numbers, are different: 4 and 6. So we know exactly what we have to do first. We need a number that both 4 and 6 can divide into evenly. The smallest one, the least common multiple, is 12. So to turn 3/4 into something over 12, we multiply the top and bottom by 3, which gives us 9/12. For 5/6, we multiply the top and bottom by 2 to get 10/12. Perfect. Now they're speaking the same language, and we're ready to add. And you know what? Here's the easy part. Once those denominators are the same, they just hang out. You only add the top numbers, the numerators. So 9 plus 10 gives us 19. Our answer is 19 over 12. But wait, we're not quite done. On the GED, you always want to simplify your answer. 19/12 is what we call an improper fraction. So we just ask ourselves, how many times does 12 go into 19? It goes in 1 time, and there are 7 left over. That gives us our final answer: 1 and 7/12. That's a skill you'll use all the time. All right, now for a division problem. This is where so many people get tripped up. What is 6/7 divided by 3/14? Now, trying to divide fractions in your head is a recipe for a headache. But don't worry, there is a super simple 3-step trick. This little method is a total game changer for division. You might have heard it called keep, change, flip. You keep the first fraction exactly as it is. You change the division sign to a multiplication sign, and you flip the second fraction upside down. This magically turns a tricky division problem into a much easier multiplication one. So our problem becomes 6/7 times 14/3, which simplifies all the way down to a nice clean 4. Now listen up, because this is so important. The GED test makers, they count on you making simple mistakes under pressure. The biggest trap by far is forgetting to flip that second fraction. Another really common error is trying to add or subtract the denominators, which you never do in multiplication or division. By burning keep, change, flip into your brain, you sidestep these traps completely. And there you have it. You've just walked through the essential moves for working with fractions. Mastering these basic mechanics is what's going to allow you to use our power move with total speed and confidence on test day. So let's put a pin in this. The fraction power move is your new go-to strategy. It's about knowing how to convert between forms to make your life easier, and then having those solid skills, like the ones we just practiced, to apply the rules correctly and get the right answer every single time. Okay, now we want to hear from you. Which of those two problems felt a little trickier for you? Was it the addition with finding the common denominator, or was it the keep, change, flip division? Be honest. Drop a comment below and let us know which one you might have stumbled on at first. Seriously, there's no wrong answer, and it helps everyone else learn too. If you found this strategy helpful, if you had a little aha moment, do us a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more GED Power Moves. We're the Cool Cats team, and we will be back with more proven strategies to help you succeed. Thanks for watching.